Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Ahlan wa sahlan wa marhaban. Guys, today I want to continue with our series on men are human doings and not human beings. Now, guys, I don't mean to sort of rattle your feathers or dehumanize men, let's say. I was going to say objectify, but that would not have been the appropriate word. I don't want to sort of dehumanize men by saying that we don't have intrinsic value as men. We do. Okay, but the fact is that is not how things are commonly seen in the world. And also, our value does increase with our being able to increase our abilities. So when we have greater abilities, when we are more capable, our value does increase. Not, our sense of self worth also increases. So I'm not trying to be sour grapes about it. I'm trying to say, look, guys, um, get it out of your head that you are worth something just because. Okay, get that sort of entitlement behavior out of your mind, and get to the program. Meaning, be worth something because you know you are, because you are capable, because you are doing things with your life. And so I want to sort of give you a scenario, a story, if you will, okay, of yourself, of myself, of every person who comes into the world. When you come into this world, you come with nothing. You are born into this world helpless, and you need to be taken care of by your parents. And they do that dutifully until you reach adulthood. Now, in order for them to have taken care of you, they needed to be proactive. They needed to go and work. Your father needed to go work. Your mother worked hard. Your parents had to really toil hard to carry the, the duty, to carry the burden of you. Okay? And they did so joyfully because they wanted you, they wanted a child. And now, when you've grown up and you've become an adult, your existence warrants that you either look after yourself or others are looking after you. And that is just a fact of existence. And so when you are not being your full, when you are not striving to reach your full potential, when you are not working hard, when you are not looking after, the burden of having to look after you falls on others, knowingly or unknowingly. Okay, there's the government that has to look after you. It's coming from people's tax money that are working very hard, etc., etc. And so the question you need to ask yourself as a man is that, do you want to be a benefit to society or a burden to society? Because really, those are your options. And so either, if you are not a carrier, you are being carried. If you are not moving forward, you are moving backwards. Such is the nature of the world. There is no stagnation, where you could just sort of say, you know what, let me just pick up where I left off. Because it's not where you left off, it's actually where you left off and some paces back. Because you still now need to get into it. It's like anything, if you're training regularly and you stop training for a while, when you go back to the gym, guess what? If you've been lifting 150 kilograms, when you go back to the gym after a couple of weeks of staying out, you can no longer lift 150 kilograms. You got to build yourself up again from maybe 100 kilograms after 2 or 3 weeks. If you're lucky, because of muscle memory and all that, you will be able to again lift 150 kilograms. Moral of the story, gentlemen, is that there is no getting off point. Okay, there is no break for you, literally. Okay, you gotta do your job. You gotta work hard. You gotta keep it moving, and that's the moral of the story. And when you do get off, when you do stop, when you do have a break, it'll be one that will be forced on you. Okay, it'll be because you get sick, or it'll be because you've died. Okay, and that is really the nature of life. It is not um, pretty. I mean, it would have been nice if that's not what it was, but that's what it is. If you lived in the jungle, like our ancestors, and you decided for 2 or 3 days you were just going to laze around in the cave and not go out and hunt, you would starve to death. And that is the truth of it. Unless there were others who were also hunting and were going to share their food with you. Okay? And yes, in societies where they've evolved a sense of community, etc., there is that help. We do have in countries pension payouts for old people, etc. But the point is that is should be given to the people who are old and infirm and incapable, not you. And that is what I'm saying. It is your moral obligation, actually, to yourself and to the world to be the best that you can be, to work as hard as you can work. And you are the carrier. You are carrying yourself and you are carrying others. And that is your duty as a man. And one day, when you are old and infirm or sick or incapable, others will carry you. And you would have earned it. And that is my message for you today. Thank you very much.